CyberSoup. Thank you for tuning in to Listed, where I list the best and worst in order of awesomeness. Today is Top 5 Video Game Inspired Renovations. Now let's begin. Video games are amazing, that's a fact. With virtual reality now becoming possible, it's exciting to know we can start jumping into our favorite virtual worlds and becoming part of the fun. But what if you could literally live in your favorite game, but in real life? This list includes home renovations that have made that dream a reality. Now for you grumpy Gusses out there, this list does not include renovations that are inspired by video game consoles or video game series, just the specific titles. In my research, I also discovered a wide variety of themed hotel rooms, so I'll have to save those for another video. Thanks and enjoy.
Number 5.
Alrighty, so for our number 5 spot, I broke the rules because I decided to pick 2 renovations because they are so similar, I just didn't think it'd be fair to pick one over the other. These rooms are both inspired by Portal and are amazing. Both have mirrors that act as portals, companion cubes, portal guns, and different props to make you feel like you're trapped in a testing lab. I can't think of a more relaxing environment to take a nap than Aperture Science Laboratories, where you have sentries watching your every move, as well as a sadistic AI robot. I couldn't decide which room was better, so which one's your favorite? I feel like both rooms need a pre-recorded PA system with GLaDOS talking to you to reinforce that eerie feeling that it's always watching.
Excellent work. Number 4.
Ever dream of a world where Fallout 4 became a reality? Where nukes caused radioactive monsters to wander the wasteland of an apocalyptic world? Where survivors have to constantly run and fight just scraping by to survive? You better not, you sick puppy. That is a messed up and twisted dream, and you might need some counseling. But for all you fans out there that like to pretend, this one's for you. This beauty of a Vault-Tec door was built in preparation for this year's Fallout 4 release by Redditor Big Hairy Ass. So I would bet this awesome 1,000 square foot basement gaming shelter is already filled with hours of determination, blood, sweat, tears, and Dorito crumbs. Here you can see a demonstration of how the door mechanics actually work. Not the smoothest ever, but really, who cares when something looks so friggin' awesome? Now, I'm sure I'm not the only one here, but I really do miss those rusty creaks and groans from the massive vault doors in the actual game. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. I mean, besides the obvious, which is wire in an electronic system so you don't have to manually open up the vault door every time, you can make this vault way more immersive by setting up a beer fridge and stocking it with Nuka-Colas, buy a barrel to stash your old bottle caps or cash dollar bills, get all cozied up in a Vault Suit onesie, and upgrade your gaming experience with a Fallout-themed controller. But most importantly, why not do some good and head out to the local pound to adopt your very own German Shepherd that you can love, cuddle, and raise as your very own. Just make sure to stock up, and you may never need to leave your vault again.
Number 3.
If you're familiar with the game, you play as a caveman, fighting to survive in the harsh prehistoric times. Now, in this comfortable modern world that we live in, most would say, fuck that lifestyle. Don't worry, our next pick is living primal, but as comfortable as it gets. Angelo Maturo Pietro decided he wanted to get back to his roots, aka the roots of mankind, and rebuild an old cave into a comfortable modern home. This businessman nearly did the entire build single-handedly. Pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, I've definitely dug myself a bit of a hole, but it's going to be a fab shower, it'll be okay, I'm not worried.
He renovated this cave in England, which is around where FarCry Primal takes place. Only just at the beginning of the Mesolithic period, which is thousands and thousands of years old. This Flintstone-friendly home features stylish comforts such as underfloor heating, rainforest shower, and clever ambient lighting for a not only nurturing but natural experience as well. Experts actually believe the house to be over 250,000 years old. Now this is truly a caveman's house for the modern man. For today's list, I know this one was a bit of a stretch since it wasn't actually inspired by FarCry Primal, but this house is so flippin' cool, I had to find a way to include it. And good news, you can actually request to stay in this Primal home starting at £195 per night. Sharpen up a spear, get in touch with nature, and start hunting your meals.
Number 2.
Super Mario World is by far one of the best video games ever made. It's a masterpiece. So what could be better than a Super Mario bedroom? I guess two parents constructed and painted this unreal Super Mario World for their son, complete with a giant Mario pipe for storage, as well as a massive Koopa castle to sleep or live in or just feel like a badass king. I am incredibly jealous of the kid who gets to dwell in this real-life Mario world. The detail here is friggin' incredible. I really hope the kid who gets to kick back in this room can fully appreciate how perfect this turned out. I mean, there's a ton of Mario-themed bedrooms out there, but I've yet to see any that stay true to the theme in such a massive way. The fact that when you crawl through the tube into the castle, you can literally see the layout of the level. It's just too perfect. And the fact that the carpet even matches the ground in the Super Mario world, everything just flows so well. Well, you could hire a buddy, pay a couple friends even, to dress up as football players, and every time you try and enter or leave the room, hum footballs at you, tackle you, just do anything in their power to stop you from getting to this awesome bedroom. Just like in the game when those football players ruin your day when you're trying to get to the end of the level. Today's honorable mentions. These ones didn't quite make the list, but they are still pretty amazing, so I figured we could have a quick peek at them.
Number 1.
Perhaps you're craving a little bit of fantasy in your life. You crave the adrenaline you get from hunting dragons. Or maybe relax by heading over to the local tavern and getting shit-faced while some guy shreds on the loot. At this point, most of us would just plug in Skyrim and get our fix that way. Not Tyler Kirkman. He decided to bring Tamriel to his basement. This reno takes the #1 spot simply because of the amount of detail that went into the renovation. Walking into this room is as close as you'll ever get to being in Tamriel. It's complete with over 1,500 square feet to battle skeevers in, a mineshaft bathroom with a functional waterfall, mostly lore-friendly kitchen with decorative potions, medieval helmets and real crossbow, a pool table and basketball hoops, which kind of kills the immersion, but it's awesome, so whatever. And who knows, maybe the Nords played Bebo when they weren't fighting dragons. This basement also has $8,000 worth of masonry, and it's littered with props to give those Winterfell feels. I mean, dude pretty much nailed this one, but I guess you could have a pile of armor and weapons at the door, just like in the game when you get back after a quest and you have to dump all your luggage, otherwise you're overweight. He could also buy some rats and inject them with steroids, so then that way he'd have some real life skeevers. Well, that wraps things up for today's list. Did you disagree with the choices? Maybe I missed your favorite video game Renos. So be sure to let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys, and have yourselves a wonderful day.